This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Level 99 live stream. They call me LDZ, Lord Diaz, and this is the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. I kind of messed up that intro, I don't care. Watching nearly 3 hours of Cyrax will do that to a man. But we're going to do a little bit of extra DLC, guys. This wasn't on the docket. We gotta have a little palate cleanser, so let's go ahead and enjoy Tony Chase at War with the Satellite Man, brought to us by Kiwi Tapes. So let's go ahead and enjoy this together, ladies and gentlemen.
And they must get put on trial.
They tried to steal my face.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Chase. And they're at war with the Satellite Man.
Meet Tony Chase.
Laser burns. Laser burns. Do I own the White House? Or do you claim you thought you owned the White House? Anybody calls me a common citizen, they must get prosecuted and they must get put on trial.
They tried to steal my face. They tried to steal my nose. They tried to steal x-rays. They tried to steal things from my body.
It is very hard to confirm what Tony's early life was like, as well as his life today, because as the video progresses,
I do
you'll notice
have
that
the
Tony tells some
stream that you were
absolutely
talking about, that
outlandish
2-hour epic. I have it in
stories,
the
and I want you to
playlist.
keep in mind that he believes every word of them to be true. From his war with an international
Oh my
agency
God, look
that
at
is
his teeth,
burning
bro.
his teeth with satellite lasers, to the theft of dozens of billion-dollar industries his family owned, Tony believes that there has been some grave injustice done to him. And if you want to even begin to understand a situation like this, you have to take into account what Tony believes his childhood to have been. He claims to be the son of Walt Disney and Doris Duke. He has
Wow, this
also
guy's
referred
crazy.
to Howard Hughes as his father in the past. But no matter who his father is, Tony believes himself to be part of what he calls the American royal family. Tony claims that his family not only loaned the government money to get it out of a sticky situation,
this
but
is a
he also
220 if I ever
owns
heard one.
many multi-billion-dollar companies, all of which have been stolen by the notorious government man. The government man and the satellite man seem to be interchangeable. They are all part of some massive government agency that has robbed Tony and his family of all of their wealth. At least this is what Tony claims. Tony truly believes that he is entitled
The
to
Temple
trillions
OS
of dollars
guy.
as
This
part of his
isn't him, is
family
it?
inheritance.
The
That he
Temple
should
OS
own
guy, remember
massive
from
companies and live in a giant
Down the Rabbit
mansion.
Hole, I think?
But the government man and their conspiracy has prevented all of this. Tony claims that they stole him away at childhood and have been harassing him since. All of this makes Tony extremely angry, and he believes that when he boots up the camera, that this so-called government man is watching. This is his only way to let them know that he will not take this abuse, and that he will not lay down and let them take what is rightfully his.
That satellite man just communicated. He said he dared me to claim that I outranked him or something. Do you own Smith & Wesson or do I?
Look at that
Do you
plastic
own
that he has up on the
Manchester,
walls,
or
bro.
do I?
This is crazy.
Do I own the NRA or do you? Do I own military installations, weapons corporations in this country, or do you?
I wish I
Do
had the
own
confidence of this
airfighter,
guy.
jet manufacturing, and commercial jet manufacturing? Do I own car company manufacturing in America?
Spit it
Do
out.
I own farms in America?
Spit it
Do
out.
I own gas stations? Do I own 165,000 gas stations around the fucking world? Or is it you? Or am I the owner? Do I own John Deere tractor or do you? Do I own Freightliner or International or Peterbilt? Or do you? Do I own Mack truck What companies do you think I own? Do I own General Motors? Or do I own Lamborghini, Ferrari, Chevrolet? What do you own, motherfucker? Do I own Lamborghini? Do I own Mercedes? Do I own BMW? What do you own? Do I own the White House? Or do you claim you thought you owned the White House? You better go into court, you motherfucker. Why do you think they call me the son of Uncle Sam?
Are you tired of real-life agencies stealing your information? Well, then let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Aura. It's terrifying
Whoa,
to think
Kiwi
that
Tape's
some
getting
data broker has your
advertisements. Good
full
for him.
name, email, home address, and but that's a scam. Media you're in this posing your trial. Aura for government man. Not only blaming them for him not owning various international companies, but also for burning his teeth with lasers. As I'm sure you could tell by the
I think
thumbnail,
this guy
there are some
could really do
serious
some
dental health
good
problems
things
going
in the
on
government.
with Tony Chase. That's not meant to be a dig at Tony in any way, it's simply the truth. Some of his teeth are literally black. I guess I should explain the satellite man a little bit better, because him and the government man seem to be working for the same agency, or they could even be the same person. Tony claims that the satellite man is operating satellites in space that shoot down lasers or microwaves to zap his teeth. When Tony is experiencing tooth pain, he'll often boot up the camera and start complaining as if he were talking directly to the satellite man. How Tony's teeth got this way and why he behaves so psychotically are commonly attributed to drug use. I have seen no proof nor heard Tony talk about anything of that nature. All I have seen is him profusely blaming it on the satellite man.
Very important in reference to factuality of this country, in which people are the legal highest ranking people in this country. Put my ranking on public television of who I am and who my parents are. This government satellite man is burning my mouth, making me buy cigarettes, and then burning my mouth after I buy cigarettes. I need to move to another city and state. There is no
Do I know
statute
about
of
Big Larry?
limitations of
I do
prosecuting
not.
these people.
Or Purple.
But swift justice is necessary against these satellite controllers.
I'm going to do some Google
They have
searches.
damaged my teeth.
I got
They are
more
stalking
videos
me.
to put into
They've
the
stolen
playlist.
my blood. They're burning blood when they're burning my mouth. They're burning bones. That's 4th-degree burns.
Holy
That is mutilation.
shit.
That is hate crimes. These people must get prosecuted. Any politician think they outrank me in America? Which person's the largest landowner? Any person that thinks they outranked me, you must go on television and say you think you outranked
Scary
me.
Baboon.
Don't
Big
forget, I
Larry.
was born with impeachment status, and I do have legal right to impeach presidents, governors and mayors, police chiefs, and other people, even at their own companies if they're trying to hurt me.
They're kind of
Make
related.
sure you understand. I don't have nothing to hide, motherfucker.
See, I need to rely
These are
on
my
you
real
guys
teeth.
to let me know.
And you are trying to make me run around by you burning my mouth and teeth. You're trying to control my life. Then you're trying to say stupid shit. Like, oh, that man on fire looks like he's out of control. What you did to my teeth, man. Look at those black marks. Those are laser marks on the teeth. Laser burns. Laser burns. And my dentist needs to go on television and state the facts that those are laser burns on the teeth. Or he can get arrested if he does not go on television to say that those are laser burns from satellite and government
Oh, no.
people doing that to my teeth.
Oh, no.
Look at that. Laser burns. Laser burns.
I think he's just coping because he
This
doesn't brush
motherfucker
and floss.
is trying to claim he had whiter bones than me. This man is trying to play competition of my teeth.
Why is
You
it
are
all of these
ruining
locales, they love cutting promos on the internet?
my life. You better leave me alone.
Leave me
All
alone.
you people involved must step down from your position. My status must get advertised in the media of who I am and who my parents are. And if you try to call me a common citizen, I'm going to sue you for every fucking penny you got. You've been holding me hostage. You've damaged my teeth. You must get prosecuted.
While there are many theories as to why Tony's teeth are this way, we cannot say for certain. And public consensus is that Tony is a habitual user of certain substances. Tony, however, will
He likes to hang
adamantly
out with
deny
River
any sort
Rejection.
of drug usage. But
And
with
still
Tony
has
also
more teeth
making
than King
claims
Cobra.
like he will never stop growing and his parents were 9 feet tall, most everything he says is up to speculation. The only thing that lends any credence to any of this is the
We
fact
need
that
some
Tony has had
toothbrushes
the
in the
same
chat, just
story
to let
for
'em know
years
that
now.
they are-
Tony has had his
they're a
current
thing.
channel for over 5 years now, but his presence online goes far deeper than that. I stumbled across a YouTube channel by the name of Royal Howard Hughes. This channel was made by Tony, and he posted on it as far as 14 years ago, stating the exact same thing, that the satellite man was attacking his face with rays. And when Tony
No, that's
eventually
just poor
stopped
hygiene.
posting to the Royal Howard Hughes channel, he created his current one. With absolutely no intentions of changing his content, Tony has been complaining
Thank
about
you, fam, bro.
Satellite Man for over a decade now, as well as his royal lineage. Tony believes that the Satellite Man is attacking him because he is the son of 2 predominant people from the past. Doris Duke, Howard Hughes, and Walt Disney all commanded massive fortunes during their time, and that because Tony is the rightful heir of all of these monies, that the Satellite Man has abducted and attacked him. But even though he has been stripped of all of his wealth, Tony still believes that there are special laws in place that give him exemptions from certain activities being done against him. Make no mistake, Tony is not a commoner like you and I.
They were just dry heaving on my cat again. They just choked my cat. Every goddamn government man, you said you're a concerned person? Like you thought I was a fucking common citizen? You motherfuckers. Is that what you fucking think?
He is crazy.
You think you can get into my life and terrorize my life? You government motherfuckers better settle in court.
He's got beef
I
with
need
the
every fucking
government.
reason for why any of you goddamn government motherfuckers trespassed into my life and kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions. You better understand what that royal protocol fucking means. That means if a president or a governor or a mayor or a cop or anybody calls me a common citizen, they must get prosecuted and they must get put on trial.
Uh-oh.
I ain't fucking with you, man. I am not fucking with you or your goddamn bullshit.
Lechero, welcome. Oh my goodness. This is Tony Chase. We are expanding the cinematic universe. We were watching Cyrax earlier. We're taking a little detour. We're taking a little field trip, and we're indulging in some Tony Chase at war with the Satellite Man. He is spurging out over the government stealing his money and his fortune and shooting lasers into his teeth.
You stealing my fucking money.
Lechero,
And you're
can we ask you a personal question? Do you mind if we ask you a very personal question? That very personal question is, when is the next episode of Familia DSP dropping? You gotta let us know. You gotta let us know. You've been teasing us. We've been edging. We've seen the thumbnail. When is it dropping? I'm expecting maybe a Sunday drop. Or
government agents trying to
hoping
steal
for a Sunday
my
drop.
identity.
There are so many facets to what Tony calls the Royal Protocol. It doesn't just have to do with government laws, but
We shall
also
see.
Tony's
All right,
genetics.
I won't push
This
it.
next section of
I
the
won't
video is
push
going to
it.
be pretty hard to cover here on YouTube, but I'm going to try
But
to
you know
do
how
to
it
the
is
best of
around
my
here.
abilities.
You know how it
Tony
is
has
around
made
here. You are under no
grandiose
obligation to
claims
provide us that
about
sweet
the
content.
length of certain parts
You
of
work
his
at
body,
your own
and when I
pace.
say grandiose, I mean it. As you heard me state earlier, Tony has always claimed that he will never stop growing, almost like a snake. And when his parents died,
Like the
they
king
were
snake.
9 feet tall. And that the only reason that Tony hasn't reached these sizes is because he believes that government officials are stealing parts of his body. Like I said, it's all very difficult for me to explain.
They're
so I'm just
stealing
gonna have
parts of
Tony
his
take
body.
over.
Very
My
cool.
royal family heritage. My father had
Look at what he
big
has on the
penises. My
wall. Is that the
grandfathers
wall or
had
the
big
floor?
penises. These men that stole from my penis, these men that tried to steal my identity, those men need to get arrested. And they need to be interviewed and asked why they were trying to steal my penis. And who the hell do you think you are trying to steal my penis? Claiming you were a bigger man than my father or grandfathers? That man gets the death penalty.
Like I said, there's a lot of stuff down that road that I can't really cover here, but Needless to say, it's all very entertaining and very disturbing at the same time. The way Tony makes his content is simple. He sits down, turns on the camera, and gives his message to the satellite man. So he's kind of in his own bubble for this thing. And there are so many people that want to get to the bottom of just what's going on. Some people even think
I'll
that
upload
Tony
a
was
thumbnail for
somehow
episode
fake.
3.
That
thumb
rumor
was for
can be
season
completely
1.
dispelled
I predict
by a
2 weeks,
series
hopefully
of
sooner.
interviews that Tony had with the
Hey,
channel
let's
called
go.
Horse
Thank
Puckets.
you.
Horse Puckets got to talk to
It's
Tony
just
for
that
a
I
couple
keep
hours
seeing-
and pick his brain about
I keep
quite a
seeing
few
these
issues.
thumbnails
From
on your
his
YouTube
lineage
posts
to the
and on
satellite
Twitter, and I'm
man.
like,
We get
is
Tony's
today the
perspective
day?
on it all.
Is
And
today
we
today?
realize that Tony Chase is no different in private than he is when he boots up this camera.
Can't
I'm
wait
gonna
to
show
see it.
you
I
some
think the
of
best part about the episode of season 2, episode 2, was that we got to take a look at Phil in school. And I love the detours. I love how it was like essentially just like, you know how they had Looney Tunes and then they had Tiny Toons and then they had the Muppets and they had Muppet Babies. That was kind of giving me that vibe where it was just you had Triple P, I call him Triple P, and Andy in there, and you had everybody, you had all the cameos at school.
best clips
Perfect.
from these
Chef's
interviews, and I want to give a big shout out to
I
Horse
hope that
Puckets
there's
for
more of
conducting
that.
them.
Like you said something about would you like to see the DSP cinematic universe in Rome or something like that? And the like.
Them for calling me their child.
Uh-oh.
Because see, they were working for Frank Sinatra, and Frank Sinatra. Had
I
all his
did
money.
it my
When he wrote a check saying, don't
way.
ever ask the family for nothing. Don't ask me or my mother or father for nothing. And it's on the check, and the treasurer has a copy of the check. But then Frank blew all his money, and he got blackballed from Hollywood, possibly because of the murder of my mother. And then he was trying to get back into Hollywood. So then he kidnapped me after my mother had died.
Quick question,
Yeah,
Tony.
think about the fatal attraction.
Donate, get the
categories,
fuck
like,
out. I would
they
love to
tried
see a
steal my face, they
WrestleMania
tried
with
to steal my
Rambo
nose, they tried to steal
episode.
X-rays,
Oh, that's
they
a
tried to
good
steal
one.
things from my body.
That's
They
a
were trying
good
to run me
one.
into the ground like they were trying to call me a nobody. And I got kidnapped from California, and California government has 100% obligations to deliver monies to me
Monies.
and to help me move back to California. I was held
So I heard
hostage
California
in
knows how to
Arkansas.
party.
My mother had to rescue me. Her and Noah Dietrich went out there to rescue me before. And they tried to damage my teeth in Arkansas when I was there. They tried to steal my teeth, too, in Arkansas.
I would highly recommend that you go watch these interviews if you enjoy Tony content. Tony talks about almost everything, and the chilling part is that it all matches his story from 14 years ago. Or
Yikes.
even longer than that. Tony has believed that
Fambro super chatted $2.20.
$2.20. Thank you so much, fam bro. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, my friend. That support. Oh my God. That support. And you know what that means? We just hit the goal. Let's go. We hit the goal. Whoa, buddy.